and I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to have a nice discussion. Do you get nervous before you play? Shi Yang, do you get nervous before you play?
Yes, I did get nervous.
You get nervous? Okay. Do you know why you get nervous?
There are a lot of factors, but I don't know which one is it.
Okay, so now I want to tell you something about, I don't know a single performer who doesn't get nervous before he or she plays. I'm not speaking about amateur pianists or student pianists. I'm speaking about my colleagues, very famous performers. In fact, the more famous they are, the more nervous they get. Why do they get nervous? Because they're responsible people. If you didn't care how you played, you wouldn't get nervous. But you're serving the sacred art of music and you're projecting it to people as a gift. And you don't want to let your family and your teachers down and your friends. You want to play your best for them. So it makes you very responsible, and that's what causes the nervousness. So now, listen how interesting this is. The scientists wanted to go further and find out what else makes performers nervous. So they asked the New York Times reporter to send out a question to all the famous pianists of the day. This happened about 15 years ago. And the question was, what makes you more nervous than anything else? And guess what the final conclusion was? A fear of memory slips constitutes 75% of nervousness. Isn't that interesting? A fear of memory slips. So now I have a question to ask you. Shi Yang, do you have perfect pitch?
Yes, I do.
You do. And now, do you have perfect pitch?
Yes.
Yeah, when? Yeah, when? Do you have perfect pitch?
Yes.
Okay, both of you have perfect pitch. So now, when you have perfect pitch, this is my opinion now, and I think I'm very rare. I never met anyone else who has this opinion. I discussed this with your teacher when we had an interview. I believe that when you have perfect pitch, you're not playing from memory at all. You're playing with your ear. And that's how you should play. But if you don't have perfect pitch, it's murder. You're always waiting for the moment you're going to have a nervous breakdown and have a memory slip. So you don't have this problem. And you should rejoice. You should rejoice. You play with your ear. Your ear is your best friend. And you will get nervous nevertheless because you're responsible people. So now I have a question to ask you. What do you think of your teacher who will let you play for other musicians and they may tell you things that your teacher didn't tell you? And yet your teacher doesn't care. She wants you she wants you to benefit. So what do you think about your teacher who does this? You know, I know some teachers who won't allow their pupils to play for anyone. They're afraid they're going to be shown up or something like that. So what do you think of your teacher who lets you play for me and other people? Why do they do that?
Because they're very inclusive and they always want more opinions to better improve ourselves.
That's exactly right. And yeah, why do you think your teacher allows you to do this? For any other reasons?
Um,
Shall I tell you something? Your teacher
yes.
loves you. Your teacher loves you. And because she loves you, she wants what's best for you. Even if it shows her up, even if someone tells you something that she failed to tell you, she's much too important and secure. She doesn't care about that. She only cares about you. She wants you to benefit. Now, don't you think that's beautiful? It's a sign of love. She loves you. I just wanted you not to take it for granted. All right. Here's the final question. Why are you studying music? Now, I'm not going to ask anyone to go first. Whenever you're ready to answer, you can answer. Why do you study music?
Because I love music so much.
Oh, that's the best answer.
Oh.
You can't live without, I can't live without music, can you?
I can't. I can't.
In fact, I have to tell you about my feeling. Music isn't a way of life for me. It is my life. Music is my life. It's not separated from my life. Do you feel that way?
So do I.
Xiyang, do you feel that way?
Yes, I did.
I think both of you feel that way. I can tell by the way you respond. It is a way, if it is your life, very few people have anything like that in their life. So now, why does it affect you so much? So let's discuss what constitutes a really beautiful performance of a piece that you're playing. What are the requirements necessary to make this a profound experience? I'm going to start you off. It's an involvement of my emotional world. I'm starting you off now. It's an experience of my emotional world. After all, you know that music, what is it actually? It's a language of feeling, isn't it? The composers are able to capture feelings that you can't experience in any other facet of life. Musical feelings are unique, and they represent what all people experience. In other words, Even the natives in Africa know what happiness is, what sadness is, what agitation is. And the composers are able to capture these feelings in sound. And that's why music is a universal language, because everybody can understand it. So now, one of the things that make a perfect performance is a deep emotional involvement. What else? Can you play just with your feelings alone? Of course not. Any other thoughts?
Play with also conviction.
What, I didn't understand what you said.
Play with conviction.
Alice, are you there?
She says conviction. She plays with conviction.
Oh, with conviction. Well, no, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's the most important thing to have is conviction. That's true. But how do you get conviction? You get conviction because you know emotionally what the composer is projecting to you, but you also are using your intellect. You're using your mind to probe, what does that note mean? What does that phrase mean? What does crescendo mean? It means piano. Now you know. So your emotional world and your intellectual world are two of the prime things that make you play your best. And there is a third one that is just as important, and you haven't named it yet. Can you play with your feelings and your brain only? What else do you need?
Life.
Physical coordination. That's the third element. Look what you have now. Look what you have. Your emotional world, your intellectual world, and your physical world. That constitutes everything there is about you. Do you realize how important it is to study music because of that? Because what it does is it trains you to go into life knowing what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and how your body functions. That's what it does. It teaches you an integration of all of these things. So from now on, when you leave the piano, you take all of these disciplines into everything you do in life. I'll give you an example. If a friend is talking to you, you listen to your friend just like you listen to your music with your full concentration. If you can do it when you play the piano, then you can do it in life, correct? Correct?
Yes.
So the main reason for studying music is because it integrates your personality. The ancient Greeks were so sure about this that they had 4 subjects with which they thought that a person could not develop properly. And one of the subjects was music. So everybody in ancient Greece played the instrument like a professional. So they didn't make money playing their instruments like we do today. It was just part of their training to be whole human beings. Now I'm going to add something to both of you and make a suggestion. Are you ready? You see, playing the piano, interpreting music is not creative. It's recreative. You see, in your case, Schubert and Chopin wrote this music and you are interpreting it. So you didn't create it. It's not a creative experience. It's called a recreative experience. If you really want to take your music study in the full sense of the word to make it benefit you, you have to learn to be a creator yourself. So you have to indulge in something that is creative, musical composition, writing poems, writing articles, writing books, painting. All of these things are creative, yes? And if you choose one of them and get very serious about it, it will improve everything about you. So that's my last message to you, to think about that. Now I want to give both of you a huge hug like this, an imaginary hug, because you responded, you made me feel so wonderful that you responded to what I was telling you. That was a gift to me, the best birthday gift. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your lesson and wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Sid. Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sai. And
Oh, thank you, thank you.
happy
So now
birthday.
I think I want to let you know where I live. Would you like to know where I live?
Yes.
Sure.
You're going to see photographs now, and that will be my farewell to you. Let's have the photographs of where I live now.
Moment, and we'll have it ready.
Now you see I live on a 60-foot cliff hanging over the Atlantic Ocean.
Do you see it, Seymour?
Oh yeah, but it's not like it was yesterday.
I'm going to try to get it to be larger.
Mike, you might need to enlarge the window. This PDF, not PDF, PowerPoint. Yeah, enlarged it.
The green button.
Let me see.
Coming back.
No, it's still not large enough.
I have it. I can do it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Right here.
There we go.
Great.
Okay, so there's the Atlantic Ocean, and that's what I'm looking at right now out of my studio. That's what I see. And can now we go to the next slide? And this is a hurricane that came up the coast. You see the boiling water underneath? Now, do you see the horizon on the ocean at the back? The next stop is England. Can you imagine living in a place like this?
So are we gonna go see it?
Okay, next one.
Sure, he'd love to have you. You can bring a friend. Oh my God, does he really?
That's Belinda the chipmunk. She came to me for 9 summers in a row. All the people who live here never heard of a chipmunk lasting so long. But she dug a tunnel right near my studio that was 100 feet long. And she kept warm during the winter and survived. And of course, I kept feeding her. So she had a huge supply of almonds and sunflower seeds. And she allowed me to pick her up and caress her. And I would sometimes open my studio door and she would come in and sit on my lap. Isn't that adorable? And we're talking about a wild creature. Next slide. This is Bill the red squirrel. So you see, I wanted to be sure that he wouldn't take my finger with him. So I'm feeding him with tongs. And now I see how gently he takes the almond. So in the next slide, I'm giving him the almond with my fingers. Next slide. See that? And he never even touched me. He just put his teeth on the almond and would never even touch me. Next slide. And that's a raccoon. That's a baby raccoon. They're very sweet animals. Next slide. And this is a seagull who became friendly with me. And he used to come, next slide, please. Next slide. He used to come and have breakfast with me. And I have a plate of kibble for him to eat. See how close he is to my foot? That's very rare for a bird of that kind to come and be friendly with humans. And now here comes something that's going to surprise you. That's Diego, a dolphin, and he weighs 900 pounds. And he's taking me for a swim in the lagoon about 40 miles an hour. I never recovered from it. I was so thrilled. I'm still thrilled even to this day. So when we finished swimming together, his trainer asked Diego to please kiss me, and he did. He put that huge mouth against my cheek, and I just almost fainted. I was so thrilled. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And now to say farewell and to congratulate you for how marvelously you responded to everything. Bye, everyone. Wave goodbye.
Seymour, don't go away. We invite everybody to turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones. Chin Yung, would you like to start by offering some birthday greetings?
I just want to say you're the most amazing human being, and we just love you. And thank you so much for the most amazing time that we have witnessed. And you're like, wow, like over this world. And thank you so much for making everybody feel so loved and so happy.
You wishes to teach us more Scottish.
Yeah, and we have many people who want to wish you a happy birthday. So I think we should all sing a happy birthday song for you. So let's start. I don't know how many people's voices will be picked up. So let's start. Happy birthday
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Seymour. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that is so adorable. But look at what Zoom does. It can't get it can't get sounds together. They haven't learned to have it synchronized. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Seymour. Thank you.
Listen, Qing Young,
Thank you, Seymour.
Qing Young, these are all your pupils, are they?
Mostly, yeah. They're with us for already for 2 years almost.
Well,
Listen to what happened.
what's going on?
It's because everybody's audio is on. We hear a lot of echoes.
Qing Young, weren't the students amazingly receptive?
Yes, they're amazing. They're also musical and talented and work so hard.
What is going on?
Seymour, we're getting a lot of feedback because we have so many microphones on at the same time.
Because everybody is so excited to speak to you and wish you a happy birthday.
Seymour, Thaisa is here.
Okay, I guess the echo is a sound of excitement, and they wish everybody wishing you happy birthday.
Oh, this is beautiful. But
Seymour,
Qing Young,
happy birthday from Thaisa.
oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay, here's so many. Well, everybody can you please turn off your audio and turn on your video if you can. Turn off the audio and turn on your video. So we can see all of you. Seymour, do you know how to make a gallery? You know, if you press the gallery in your view, you can see everyone.
Of course I know how to do that. What do you
Perfect.
think?
You are the most amazing 95-year-old I've ever met.
Absolutely. We're having trouble starting video. It says that the host has stopped it. This is Thaisa.
Oh,
Here,
Mike, can you help us?
Yes, we'll try.
now here, I see everybody.
Not only.
Oh, there you go. Here she is.
Oh, wow, this is beautiful.
Thaisa is Seymour's student from the 70s.
That's right.
I was
There
going.
she is. See, here's
Yeah.
Oh, Thaisa, hello, honey, my
Hello,
dear.
how are you? I was going to you for 28 years. And really, my students were much better, and I
and Thaisa shares a birthday with Seymour. She's 2 weeks older.
I know that, Thaisa. I'm so happy to see you. Can I tell them what I call you?
Yeah.
She recorded a Beethoven CD, and I call her Ludwiga.
Je te ben nazywał Ludwiga.
yes, it's
Yes.
true, because I was
And Thaisa
I
has a
love
lot.
Beethoven.
Hi, słuchaj.
Thaisa has a lot of trouble sometimes with English. So she said to me one day, Simon, do you think one day I could play Beethoven's Empire Concerto?
Що ти хотіла грати Empire Concerto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Instead of the Emperor Concerto. It was
Oh,
so
Empire.
adorable. Empire Concerto. Thaisa, where are your cookies?
Emperor.
Where are your cookies? Seymour, we sent some in December. I don't know if you got them.
You sent some when?
In December.
In December?
We'll send you some more.
Oh, you mean the cookies of Thaisa?
Yes.
Is that Maria who's speaking?
Yes. Hi, Seymour. It's Maria.
Of course I got them. Of course I got them in December.
We will send you more,
I hope so.
but we should send them to Maine.
Of course.
Okay, not to New York.
Well, I'm going to be in Maine until next November.
Okay, then we will send them to Maine.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
And now you say it in Ukrainian. Mnoha lita.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Many, many years.
Thank you, Thaisa. How are you well, Thaisa?
Are you well?
Yes, yes. Okay.
She's doing okay.
I am practicing every day.
Look how we live to
Not
such a
very-
ripe old
not
age,
very.
huh?
If I don't practice, I don't like the day. Absolutely.
Are you still playing the piano?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, every day she
Every day.
practices.
Every
Oh,
day.
how wonderful, how wonderful.
Yes, every day.
She talks of you so often, and she remembers all the coaching. And I enjoyed your master class so much. I asked her today, was Seymour so strict with you too? That was a wonderful class, wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. Do you think I was strict?
Not strict, but so what's the word?
Demanding.
And emotionally strong to get so much out. Yes, demanding. It's in a great way.
But look at how the students responded.
Absolutely.
I was amazed at that. I very rarely have that experience.
No, they were amazing. Yes, too. Exactly.
But that's because of the training that they have. But Ching Yun, she's the one who runs the school where they study.
Thank you
Wow.
so much, Seymour. Thank you very much. Yeah, the
And Ching
students are-
Yun used to study with me, you know.
Seymour changed my life when I was like at the most, when I didn't know what to do with decision.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
having a lot of trouble at one time. And then she goes and wins the two biggest competitions in the world.
Wow.
You know, she won the Rubinstein competition and the world piano competition. Imagine.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
She's an extraordinary pianist.
Thank you so much, Seymour.
And not only an extraordinary pianist, she's an extraordinary person.
Oh,
You can
you're
tell.
the most amazing person. You just make everybody feel so loved, and it's really a gift because
I
you're.
don't love, but I don't love everybody. I love only certain people. And I surely love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. Yeah, thank you.
But you know what, Xin Young?
Yeah.
I have decided, actually, I never realized why I love to teach. But I found out when I was 85, I found out why I love to teach.
Why is that? Why? What happened?
Because I love to help people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
That's the reason I teach.
Wow.
Because when I practice properly, I feel so good about myself. I love myself. When I practice properly. If I don't like myself. So when my pupils come into my studio, sometimes they look despondent and I know, uh-oh, they're in trouble. So they can't play a certain passage. I don't tell them to go home and practice it. I practice it with them, and I make them practice it and play it properly. And they go out of the door on cloud 9, no sadness left. So I love to help people feel good about themselves.
Seymour, I put up the,
Oops.
What did you say, Mike?
I was telling you, I put up this some,
It's Joe, Guten Tag. I'm sorry, Joe, can you try to speak again? Everybody else, please turn off the audio. Hi, Joe, we're waiting for you.
Is this, oh dear.
I put up this right outside your window, Norman, Seymour. Look what I put up in the sky outside for your birthday.
What did you put outside my window?
A rainbow.
A rainbow.
Oh my goodness, isn't that amazing? Oh, I can't hear you. Are you talking to me? Turn your audio on. I can't hear you.
Joe, unmute yourself.
Mike, can you unmute Joe? Is that possible?
No, I asked him to unmute himself.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you, as a host, you can unmute everybody.
There we are. I unmuted. That's right outside your door. But unfortunately, the picture was taken last year. I live just right next to Seymour.
Well, this is Joe. Everybody, his name is Joe. And he used to be a lawyer for one of our presidents. Which president were you a lawyer for?
Johnson and Clinton.
Wow. Did everybody hear that?
I think you've heard enough of me. I'll see you next week, Seymour.
Okay, that's when you're moving here. I know that.
Seymour, so many of our audience have sent you wishes in the chat, which we will copy and send to you. And so many of the audience have contributed to your scholarship fund, for which we thank all of the audience members who have done so. And you honor Seymour greatly, and we greatly will benefit, and the students will benefit who attend PYPA. So on behalf of PYPA and in honor of Seymour, we say thank you.
Oh, I'm so thrilled about this. I feel very honored and very privileged.
Thank you very much, Seymour. So how are you going to spend your 95th birthday? Besides teaching a morning master class and spending a wonderful time with, to be able to
Well,
spend time with you.
The rest of the day is completely open and free. And I'm going to spend that time counting my blessings,
Oh,
realizing how fortunate and blessed I am. And you were part of this, Jing Young.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being to
And
spend
Mike was so, look at what he did. He and I have been through a whole labyrinth of difficulties. And everything worked out so perfectly. So I want to say farewell to everyone and to thank everyone for your blessings and your good wishes. And I want to leave a message to the young students. They're never too young to prepare for how they're going to be in old age. If they're going to be productive and optimistic like I am at 95, they're preparing right now to do that by the way they practice and discipline themselves. And that will enable them to reach a ripe old age and feel optimistic about life and not give up as most people do. So that's my message to the young people. So farewell, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
Seymour.
Seymour.
Happy
Bye.
birthday.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Korea, from Korea.
Thank you everybody for attending. Have a wonderful day wherever you are.
Thank you for running this. This was great.
Thank you very
Thank
much for
you
being
so
with
much.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me and then making me happen.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you, Anita, for attending.
Thank you. I learned a lot. Thank you.
Great. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
And that is it for the Seymour Bernstein 95 Masterclasses. Thank you all for joining us. You can see us again in May. We'll let you know what our masterclass schedule is in May. And in June, when we have Don Tai-san, who is going to be leading the masterclasses. And of course, our PYPA Festival this summer from July 30 through August 7th. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Alice, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alice, very much. Have a good rest.
Okay, bye-bye.
好休息，赶紧去睡觉。Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mike. Continuing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.